Nate's 10 years ahead of me. I've learned a lot from Nate. Nate is kind of like a comedy mentor. I try and grab anything and everything I can from comics. Like, one thing that Nate told me that I guess Jesselnick told him is he said, like, 90% of what you're going to get in this industry is going to come from other comics. And I think about that a lot. And that comes back to another thing I got from one of my mentors and friends, a guy named Zoltan Cassis. And he said, like, be nice to everyone. You never know who's going to get what. And that's great advice. Like, people didn't know that Joe Rogan was going to have the biggest podcast in the world.
Right.
And then he did. And now you're like, how did I treat... No, I'm not a peer, but how did I treat Joe Rogan? People didn't know that Taylor Tomlinson was going to be the host of a late night show. And now she is. How'd you treat her along the way? Like, right. I just think that there really is something to just treating everybody kindly and being hardworking and being funny and being professional and showing up to do the job and not getting drunk on the job and just being a pro, because suddenly, and I feel this right now, you start to have a lot of support behind you. You have bookers and agents and comics kind of all pushing, they're rooting for you, and they're like, you can hit up somebody like, hey, can I do your pod to promote a thing? And they're like, yes, because people are rooting for you. And I think there really is something to having a day job like mentality to your non-day job.